Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we will take a look at the Airbus A321-200 in the colors of Middle East Airlines. And if we start off with the box, we have the cutout so we can see the aircraft inside. We have the MEA or MEA Middle East Airlines branding in the front. If we turn the box around, we can see a nice image of the aircraft. We can see it's a limited edition. We have the original dimensions as always and some additional information. So let's look inside. And here we have it, the Airbus A321-200 in the current colors of the Middle East Airlines, or from now on just call it MEA because it's just very much easier. Now normally when I prepare myself for an episode, I read up on the airlines, I do some fact checking and stuff like that, and I do that very close to the day where I do the editing so I don't forget any facts. In this case I actually already did it a few weeks ago when I did the recordings. And somewhere I read that MEA was actually the first airline to have ordered an Airbus A320 in this region, the Middle East. And now, of course, on the day where I do the editing, I just can't find the source. And I'm not sure if I remember correctly. If you know if this is right or wrong, let me know in the comments below because I would love to know if that is actually a true fact. Now, MEA is a really interesting airline when you come to think of it, especially when you think about where it's placed. Now, it's the flag carrier of Lebanon, and although it seems to be quite stable at the moment in Lebanon, all around the country, it's pretty gruesome what's happening there right now. And to be honest, the Middle East has always been quite chaotic to say the least. But nevertheless, this airline has successfully made the transition from being a state-driven national flag carrier to be a real business where they actually make money and successfully manage an airline. Now before we get too carried away, let's get back to the aircraft model, which is the thing we're really interested in. And if we start off by looking at the tail section of the aircraft, we can see on the vertical stabilizer, it's basically an adaptation of the Lebanese flag, where we also can see the cedar tree, very symbolic, also of course part of the actual Lebanese flag. Now then, of course, we also have the aircraft type specification, we have the full registration code, and then we have the writing of Middle East Airlines. Now from the vertical stabilizer, the flag kind of makes a smooth transition all along the fuselage to the front of the aircraft. And here we have the writing of MEA. A thing that is missing on the aircraft is the SkyTeam logo. MEA became the 17th SkyTeam member on the 28th June 2012, which was then the second airline from that region. The first one was Saudi Arabian Airlines. But we can't really blame Herpa on this one because according to the sources I could find, this Herpa model was released in 2010, so about 2 years before they joined the alliance. But let's get on before this episode gets too long and let's look at some of the many other nice details of this aircraft. And one of the things I would like to show you are the nacelles, which have the MEA branding and the cedar tree really nicely done here. And if we look at the wing, we can also see some nice details, including the full registration code once again. And if we stay at the wing, we can also on the tip see this really beautiful coloring. I mean, it's difficult enough to make this as small as it is. Then to bring 3 colors on it, that's a great job. Now if we turn the plane around, we can also see that the doors to the cargo compartment have been fitted. And another really nice detail actually, on this side of the aircraft, we again have the writing of Middle East Airlines, but in Arabic. And that's, for me, a really nice detail. Now we see it in some other airlines as well. I think Ethiopian is doing it, for example. I think also Air Royal Maroc, for example, just to name a few. I'm sure you know a lot of other airlines who do it as well. Feel free to mention them in the comments below, by the way. But for me, it's a really great thing because one thing, you have the English writing of the airline, but you also have the naming of the airline in the local language where the airline is from. For me, that's a really nice detail. And with that, we have almost reached the end of this episode. Now, if you have enjoyed, why not leave a like? Or if you're new around here, why not hit the subscribe button? That would be absolutely awesome. And don't miss out on the next episode of Review, where we will take a look at the Airbus A320-200 in the colors of Air Berlin. And now just a quick announcement before we end today's episode. Now we are getting close to the 50th episode of Review, and to celebrate that I've decided to let you choose which aircraft I should make a review of for the 50th episode. Now you can see my suggestions right here. Just let me know in the comments below which of these aircraft you would like me to make a review of. Now the aircraft with the most comments will be the one I choose. And with that, Thank you very much for watching. I'm checking out, hope to see you soon, and bye.